Welcome to a new video from the DarkSpine tutorial series. In this video I will show you how the Tween editor works. This editor has been possible thanks to the TweenGMS extension of the developer 8ByteWarrior. The work I have done is to create a controller that inserts data to our object. It has also been modified to work with local coordinates. Here we can see how we can modify the variables of a tween. The equation to use, the mode, the duration, the delay, the initial value and its final value. The blue buttons are activators, which activate the property of the variable to be modified. Once we have configured our tween, we can insert the data of the activate properties. In this case we have activated the rotation on the x-axis. We have the possibility to extract the data of all the tweens present in one object and then insert them in another. As the tween work with local coordinates, we can move our object freely through the room, being the tween updated in its new position to preserve the original animation. With the rotation and the scale, the same thing happens. If we put an initial value of 0 for an object that has a scale of 1 and 0.20 has final value, the tween editor will interpret that its value begins with its current scale and 0.2 will be added, leaving a value of 1.2. But the best thing is that you try this panel yourself, since it's very intuitive and does not require much explanation. You have a base to start creating tweens, and here I am going to show you the first example of how to extend a function with object scripting. I start by creating two objects. Both will be modified in their x and y axis. The button of the Tweens editor panel works like a scratchpad. You can also add data with the keyboard. We select the way in which the animation is reproduced, and we select the tween equation to use. We set a duration, the start value and the final value. We activate the property, we insert the data and we reproduce the animation. Now we do the same with the second object. In the second object I will add a tween for its z-axis. The red sprite represents where the start of our animation is, and the green sprite represents the end. The transition of an animation is represented by a 3D vector. If we touch on the orange player panel, the animation of the selected object will be reproduced. If we touch on the green player panel, the animation of all objects will be reproduced. Now I can create a system of relatives and have one of my objects inherit the information of their tween and thus chain a reproduction. Now we can see a basic example of tween chain. Scripting objects for the editor is very cool. Why not create a father that is the camera? Yes, it has moved, but only in its X and Y axis. Let me change a variable of the camera so that it supports 3D. Nice. At this point you will begin to see that by joining several tools you can create great things. I am impatient to see that you win things you can do with DarkSpine. In the next tutorial we will see the level manager. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!